Does Toro's 60-volt line of mowers spell the end to gas mowers altogether? No, but it's not as simple as yes or no. Stay tuned as I give my full in-depth review to this, the Toro 60-volt max 21-inch recycler. What's going on, everybody? Chuck here, and hold on one second. That's better. What's going on, everybody? Chuck here, and I hope that you are having a fantastic day today. Just to make it completely and blatantly clear, Toro did send me the 60-volt max 21-inch recycler free of cost. However, the opinions expressed by the host, me, are my own, and this is not going to be some sort of Toro puff piece as I wear a Toro hat reviewing a free Toro lawnmower. I do want to say how grateful I am to Toro for sending me this mower free of cost, but in reality, the reason why I got this mower is because of every single one of you, the now 2,580 some odd of you that have watched my videos, subscribed to my channel, commented, liked, all the sort of good YouTube-y stuff. And I am very humbled by that because back when I started the channel, 2017, 2018, whenever it was, I never really thought that would happen. And so it's because of you all that opportunities like this happen. And so I am extremely grateful and humbled. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that have followed me along in the last several years. Now let's go ahead and get the obvious question out of the way. Will the Toro 60-volt max 21-inch recycler cut the grass? Yes, very well in fact. I think if you have just a normal size lawn, my front yard is about 2,000 square feet, which is where the 60-volt max will hang out and do its duties, you're gonna be in perfect shape, especially if you're gonna do regular routine mowing at least once a week, so you're not really mowing super tall turf, really short, or any sort of crazy situations like that. This mower is gonna get the job done. The cut is nice and clean. You're gonna be pleased as punch. But here's where the Toro 60-volt max 21-inch recycler falls short: power. Now, while I don't have the numbers right here in front of me, it doesn't appear that the 60-volt max produces the same amount of RPMs or suction as its gas-powered counterpart. While I was mowing, there were several times where it went through a little bit thicker turf, a little bit longer turf, and of course I was mowing down at 2.5 inches, and it bogged down, it clumped, and it didn't mulch as well. Now I do have the 21-inch gas-powered recycler as well, and yes, if you mow really thick, overgrown turf, it's gonna do the same thing. It's just the 60 volts seem to do it a little bit more. Now the truth lies in the normal everyday clippings. Now for the first couple mows of a lawn season, I typically bag my clippings instead of mulch, but as the season progresses, I do go with mulching. Now, and yes, it also makes that it doesn't have enough time to be underneath the deck to actually mulch properly, but you can still get a pretty good idea. Now, when I looked in the bag after mowing with the 60 volt, the regular clippings seem to be longer or larger than that of the gas-powered recycler. And the main reason is that there is more suction, more RPMs with the gas power, which keeps the grass blades up underneath the deck a little bit longer, allowing it to be mulched properly. Whereas with the 60 volt, it doesn't really have enough suction to actually suck up the clipping. If you've made it to this point in the video, I'd really appreciate it if you go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That would be really awesome of you. Now another example of this is, if you recall, a few weeks ago I put down Black Cow, and there were some larger chunks of, whether it was wood pieces or what have you, that was in the bag that I just sort of left there. Now in past situations with my gas-powered mower, stuff like that, like mulch and everything that sort of gets into your grass, the 21-inch gas-powered would suck it up, causing a bunch of ruckus, a lot of noise, maybe shooting it out the side or getting it into the bag or what have you. However, the 60 volt didn't even disturb those larger chunks, barely moved them out of place, and that's because there was more power, suction RPMs coming out of the gas power than there are coming out of the 60 volt. I wish I had access to the Vortex version of this mower, because the Vortex allows more air to get underneath the deck, which I think will allow the clippings to stay airborne longer and get mulched better. However, I don't have access to it, so I can't really run that test, but that may fix the mulching issues that I have currently with this version of the 60 volt max. All this being said, this mower will get the job done. It's built extremely well. I was actually surprised how heavy it was taking it out of the box. Now, while I'm not 100% sure on this, as I haven't taken it apart to weigh it, I'm pretty sure the deck of the 60 volt max is the exact same weight as its gas powered counterparts. Now, it's not a 1-for-1, as the 60 volt is significantly lighter than its gas powered counterpart, but lighter doesn't mean cheaper. At no point while I was mowing did I feel like this was gonna fall apart in my hands. It's built really solid. It went through the bumps, nooks, and crannies of my lawn with ease. So yeah, it's built really well. Now I have the gas-powered version of this mower, and yes, it is older, 4 or 5 years old. However, changing every single wheel to adjust the height of cut can be a pain at times, and now only having to do it on 2 wheels is a very nice touch. A really nice feature to the Toro 60 volt max 21-inch recycler is how it will give the mower more oomph as it's going through tougher, more dense turf. But this is also where I noticed the clumping happening the most, as the mower takes a second or two for it to realize it's going through that thicker turf before it starts to up the RPMs. So you will have a little bit of clumping at the beginning, but then it kind of cleans itself up as it ups the RPMs a little bit more. Lastly, this mower stows away nice and neat. Now, I don't think this is technically a smart stow, but the handlebars do fold over right into the body, and there's a couple pieces of plastic and metal at the bottom then, to when you stand it straight up, it actually sits nice and flush with the ground. And because there's no gas or oil or anything like that that could possibly drip or leak into the engine, there's no worries about just sort of tucking it away against the wall or in a corner or something like that, thus opening up a little bit more room in our already crowded garages and sheds. Let's go ahead and give some final thoughts. The Toro 60 volt max 21-inch recycler is fantastic. However, I don't think battery operated mowers have overtaken gas just yet. However, the gap is closing. This mower will mow your lawn 2 to 3 times in between charges, and that depends on obviously the density of your turf and how much square footage you have. But like my 2,000 square feet here, you're gonna get 2 or 3 mows in between charges. The biggest hurdle that battery operated mowers have to get through to fully compete and maybe even knock out gas mowers is the amount of power that it produces. Because obviously you have to temper the power, and that's why you sort of have this variable power thing that the mower does when it gets through thicker turf. It ups the RPMs when it's going through when it's going through an easier time. It just sort of goes into coast mode and will just mow nice and neat. But that also comes at a cost where you don't have the same amount of suction that you would with your gas-powered mowers, as it's at a constant speed with gas. So once they're able to figure out the amount of power to the battery life and sort of find that fine tuning, you're gonna see gas mowers around for a little bit while longer. However, I don't think we're that far off. That is it for this video. I hope you all liked it. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up if you don't mind. Go ahead and comment down below. Have you made that leap to battery operated mowers? Are you still in the gas camp and you're not gonna let your gas canister go anytime soon? Or are you somewhere in between where you're thinking about it because gas prices are going up, but you're not quite sure if the battery power is gonna give you enough oomph or enough mow time if you have a larger lawn space? Comment down below and let everyone know what you think. I will see you all in the next video. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and God bless.